Okay, I had my little break. We have a little bit more SAM fluctuators, so I should be able to grab a couple of things. Let me get the Mercer out of my inventory, the Mercer Sphere. And from here, I will increase the stack by one more.
Dimensional expansion increased to 300%. New understanding of matter manipulation technology allows the dimensional storage to deconstruct all matter to the subatomic level, storing its elementary particles until the part is recalled.
You are digging into deeper layers. Shallow matter contains window symphonies and void songs and deep echoes.
It is fascinating what one can find out simply by looking closer.
Yeah, I guess if you're capable of looking at the subatomic particles of a structure, it's pretty impressive, yeah. Hold on, this needs to get some more concrete. And I can also do an upload, so I'll do this. Concrete, 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 concrete. Go ahead and just take all of this. And all of this. I will grab some more as we head back past our base. And then I need steel beams, I guess. I don't know if I don't think I have anything to burn this steel beam into, right? It just fills up. So I guess I should... Whoops, that's the wrong one. Go back. Here's what I'll do in the meanwhile. Dimensional depot. No, I'll wait. The whole reason for me having this this particular batch of SAM fluctuators is so I can get the other upload upgrade when I get the next Mercer Sphere, because 30 upload a minute is too damn slow. Okay, let's do the drop off of steel, which should be this. Yep. Take all of this, and we'll grab the spares. What about this? This is cables. And I will fill that up even if it's not necessary. My cable production. It's starting to show its limits from me never upgrading my copper pure miner. Okay. Cables. Take all of this. And then I will grab some of these. Do I have cables on me? I will take this for a stack. Oops. Okay. How is everything doing here? This is probably... actually, this could create some more. We just need screws. Ooh. Completely empty, huh? I think we need to speed up the lines. Just a smidge. Yeah, I'll be taking these. You got plenty for whatever purpose you need there. Reinforced plates, maybe. Screws, screws, screws. There you go. It should be this bottom one. Here, take one more. One little batcherino. And obviously that never fills up. because I have it connected on the other side now. Yeah, I should have just connected the other base with a different power set, but that's fine. I'm taking a drink or two. By having these a little bit separated, I do at least get two other options when it comes to the directions for me to go to with these power lines. Okay. Now, continuing from before, yippee! Mark III power. What's happening here? Oh, we don't have fuel selected on this. We need regular fuel. And then we gotta just give them power. Jesus. Wait, there's more? Oh shit. There's another pure vein and a bunch of mixed veins. I don't remember if I ever scanned those and then marked them. I'll just go ahead and throw some stamps there. We need every single drop of oil this land has to give. Okay. Sheesh. Okay. Let's get another one going. I don't even need to, but you know, we have the option. Screw it. All right. So what do we? How many do we have running? I actually did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's all we need. I'm pretty sure. Oh shit. Good. That can't be right. Did I miscount this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, no, sorry. Right, I did it by hand. These two weren't a part of the blueprint. I was like, whoa, do I have a 5er? I probably could. The way I was doing it was a little bit offset in the blueprint, so there really wasn't that much room to like add another one. And I was kind of thinking to myself, yeah, 4 is a nice number. That's pretty, you know, if you get 5 groups of 4, that's 20. But I should have just made 5. I should have just gone for 5. So, okay. We've got fuel, no power. Hold up. No power. Oh, this just genuinely isn't hooked up. Okay. There's no oil. Why is there no oil? This had hours. Not really. It had like 20 minutes to build up fuel. The fuck do you mean this isn't going through? Okay, fine. Fine. I'll accept it. It's just being divided so much. That it's dwindled by the time it gets down here. Because it likes to fill up the first thing it can all the way before continuing down the line. Okay. In that case, anything that says 50 crude oil. We're going to turn that off real quick. I want to let the other ones fill up before I start trying to, rely on them for fuel. But as long as fuel is making it over here in the first place, that's a good sign. That means the pipes work. They're just at full capacity. Let me, just in case, add a little valve here. No, you can't put it on a curving one? That's so stupid. How does that... Fine. As long as this is running at 100%, I guess, or 100% uptime. Why is this only putting out... Is this? Oh, ho, ho. I found the source of the problem. Okay. Good thing I investigated that. Jesus. Alright. Let's keep looking for little tiny ones. That was such a small pipeline. It's like 2 inches. Oh, you little shits. That's on me. Sort of. It's on me that the auto-connectables leave, like, they're weird trying to set them up. But I will, in the future, upgrade that recipe to include Mark II pipelines. And then also not have the other conveyor belt shit. So when I'm actually setting up fuel, I don't have to keep dealing with dismantling everything. Okay, so we've got fuel going through. Let me double check that this is all Mark II going all the way to the end. We should be fine on this side. All right. Let's get an industrial fluid buffer. These are kind of like redundant in a way. They really, if you're producing at full, you don't need that big of a buffer. But it's nice to have in case I do, like we messed up over there. And then it's like, oh, whoopsies, I've got 2,400 extra. Maybe I'll do something with this. All right. What can I do? For now, I'm gonna do an industrial storage. Have that connected to this. That way the line can move at least. All right. So this is 400 fuel per minute. $400 divided by 50, that's 8. So I just need to do 2 blueprints. I'm figuring the direction I'm gonna go, because I might have to do murder. How are you even making the sound of reaching up into, like, a tree or something? You're in the water. Alright, well, let me, I guess, see how big this blueprint even is before I do anything crazy. Yeah, that's pretty fucking sizable. No, I'm out of motors. fine. All right, I gotta grab motors and rubber. A little bit of copper sheets. Let me try something here. Hypertube launcher. I need to go that way. To home. Fuck. That should be fine. Okay. Let me check something here. I want to see what happens when I connect all these hypertube launchers. It is an insane amount of stuff. Not that bad. They might only take power draw when they're actually, like, you're going through them, which would be nice. Yeehaw! Oh, this did not go as high as I needed it to. That's okay. It's the distance that matters. Oh, that was sick. Oh my god. Okay, let's get some motors. I'm gonna keep pulling this out to remind myself. So we need motors. I need to grab some of the concrete. Motors are now gonna be over here, annoyingly, actually. I'm just so used to grabbing them from that first area. I forgot. Oh, that can't be right. What do you mean I only have 25? Do I even have them going into anything besides... they probably are going into something. The modular engines, probably motors. Yeah, shoot. Okay. That's where they are. Give me this. Okay. So that should be enough for the 2 batches, right? Concrete and rubber, and also copper sheets. Ay, ay, ay. Concrete. Here. X out a stack while we're at it. Hold on, I'm gonna throw some of these in the dimensional depot too. Okay. Rubber. I might even just have some over here, but I don't remember. You can have this batch. I wish I had a smart drop area. But it would require so much effort to do that it's not even really worth it. But I'm thinking of like a place where I can throw all my resources into one industrial storage or something, and then it will automatically split off into the exact places it needs to go. Just go ahead and grab a couple of these. I'm gonna make another storage. It is gonna be worth it that I've hoarded all of this fuel. I don't want to like put it into a sink or delete it. So we will just get our maximum value for it, and then hopefully that will make a decent difference in keeping some of this production going as well. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm hand deleting oil. There. Not necessary to sit on that much. This is also kind of building up a bunch, but this should be more... This should actually be getting burned completely, right? Ooh. Say what? Excuse me, you said you couldn't make that much fuel. So what the heck is going on here? Let me do a recount. 20 per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, 20 times 5 is 100. So then 100 into 100 should equal 0. So why is there 2,000 oil? Liquids. Liquids. What a nightmare. And then like as soon as I go like, oh, I'll just make more fuel actually. Boom. It runs out and everything starts going offline or something. I'm not gonna bother then. For now. For now. Maybe this is backed up. This is backed up. We're making 66.6. I see the problem. This is burning 16. It should be burning 26. Guess I'll do another one of these. We're trying to get this to 26 fuel burn per minute. There we go. This is scary. This is why I gotta hurry up on my fucking fuel. Okay. That is my bad. I'm glad I at least checked these. I almost walked away without doing anything. This is now properly 66. Although we are making it 66.6. So I could do just a little smidge more. Mm, 33.5, 33.4. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. There you go. That should be what we needed. So hopefully that will now actually be maxed out. I'm sure this will still fill up all the way. Can't really do much about that, but what I can do, just in case, at least we can do this, and we can do this. There. Let them reset a little bit. Figure themselves out. Now we will head over back to the other fuel generation. guess I'll also check this out. I don't think anything's offline. It's just we're using up so much power. Although, why in the balls are you not doing anything? Uh-oh. Ah. I messed up. I messed up so many times. I don't know what part it happened, but I thought that these things burned 50 fuel a minute. And so I think that's what happened here. Fucking hell. Okay. They can do 50 full a minute if I actually put in the generator, the power shards. Wow. My power generation issues are completely resolved. Oops. Hey. This works out. It's a good thing I came through here. Okay. Let me go double check something. We'll go check the very first fuel generator too. I'm figuring it out. It was all my own fault. I made assumptions that were near catastrophic. Alright, so let us read the values here. And what am I trying to accomplish? So this is making 33 fuel per minute. This is burning 20 fuel per minute. This, if it were to continue going, is supposed to be burning 13. So this one is the only fucking fuel generator I actually did right. I'll even be annoying. We're gonna make it 13.3 over here. 13.3333. Oh, they won't let me. They won't let me match the number. That's fine. Still, a positive result. I had a lot more power generation sitting around than I thought, and it works out because I would not. This would have been a lot less compact. But we'll figure it out. So at 20, that means 4 baseline generators is 80. I'm trying to, you know, with all these modular recipes, I'm at least trying to engage with a small degree of, oh, wait. I don't know if I don't think I ever grabbed rubber. We got distracted by the fuel shit. But yeah, a small degree of what some people expect you to do when it comes to this game, which is, rather than overclocking, just making a million structures. Make the exact amount of minimum structures you need. Because. How's this doing so far? I mean, if this equals out now, this will still stay full. Actually, no, right, never mind. I thought to myself, maybe I could upgrade these. With my Mark II pipelines, but no. They are running at maximum value. The only thing I can do for them is get the plastic to stop going into a sink and actually go somewhere, which I think I will do eventually. Maybe even sooner than you might expect. How much plastic do I have? Yeah, I should take some of that. Okay, one stack on me, and then I grab some rubber. Holy moly. And then I assume rubber, yeah, I can do one stack of rubber in the depot. Taking one more, just in case. So, how much fuel was I creating? Hold on. So we were making 40 per minute. We've got 10 of those, so we got 40 of those. So I have to do 400 divided by 20. Really? That's okay. We're gonna need, okay. Maybe we'll power shard these actually. I don't know if I have enough resources to make 20 fuel generators. Good fucking look. I need to take a swig of my juice. Holy hell. Alright. I assume this fuel is full, and that's why this isn't running anymore. Yep. That's fine. 600 fuel a second will be leaving soon. Actually, yeah, no, that works. I have the nightmares of dealing with regular conveyor belt lines, but this is actually still, everything can go in one fucking pipe here for what we need. It just comes down to figuring out where I'm going to build it. And I'm going to go around the river bend. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's the end of the world right there, huh? Okay. Perfect for making a lot more upgrades. Wait, hold on. We still got to connect it to the world grid to make things a little bit on the easy side for us. I want the things to connect even if they are not going to be on the same direct horizontal level. Blueprint. Okay. Here's something I can do. I can look at my blueprint and see the value of 20 of those real quick. I just have to do this, find out what I named it. Okay. Fuel, powered 2x4, fuel generators. Nope, that's actually not what I wanted. Fuck. I thought I could get the to-do list of this. Maybe if I go in this screen? Doubtful though, right? Yeah, okay. Never mind. I thought this was going to be able to be used in the same way as like some of the other stuff. I thought, wow, oh. Okay, I guess it just functions. I have like never looked up what I need to create in this search bar and pulled it out here. I didn't know that was a functionality. That could have saved me so much time rather than me pressing Q, then clicking, then typing. Holy shit. Oh my god. My world's been fucking expanded. Randomly. Jesus. Okay. I think for the sake of things, we are just gonna do what I originally thought of making 8 to 10 fuel powered generators here, and we're just gonna overclock them. There's no real negative to it besides using power shards, and I mean eventually power shards can be literally crafted, so like they're infinite. All right, what was the value of this? We had 400. 400 divided by 50 is 8. Yeah, okay, so just every single one of these needs to be overclocked for that to be full value. All right, and then we do... I gotta upgrade all the pipes. Technically not every single one of them, but I might as well while I'm at it. Okay. Do a little bit of horizontal to vertical action. And then snake things through. Oh, so close. Do we get pipe walls? If we do, it's in the shop, but I don't think that's a thing in the vanilla game. What I can instead do is pipeline wall holes. Okay, that works. I got there. So I still gotta do like a wall, and then floor hole. Hold up. Wall hole. Click. Holy moly. Wow. I have well over 200, 300 hours in this game. Never fucking knew that. That's a tip. I obviously, I knew about the recipe list. I knew about the calculator on it. Those are pretty big, tips in and of themselves. So like, whatever, we're good on that front. I've always been like annoyed by this whole builder screen in that like ever so slight way, because anytime it's like, oh, I'm gonna search for say constructor over here, and then maybe something happens and I end up having to cancel it. then sometimes I have to like look around again. This one, that, okay, all right, well, it proved me wrong in this instance. But I think for like other shit, a lot of times it will just open back up to the previous screen that you started on. And so it's just a little tiny but additive headache when you've done it thousands and thousands of times. Hello, what the fuck did I do here? Okay, that explains some things, why the pipes were so low. Yeah, there you go, 600. Doing a little... Just trying to make sure of this. All right, so we need to get this. Let me check the priority switch over here. Obviously, I want to get that hooked up. I'm just curious if I'm going to have to hook it up to a separate priority switch, or if it's kind of fine being its own thing like this. Obviously, it would be good to include the oil extractor on the same line. I'm just not sure if there's supposed to be a visual difference here, but whatever. Okay. We're gonna find out once I get the other fuel shit online. Let's connect this out. I am not using a fucking Mark III pole as a connector pole. Okay. Well, I can do this. Then upgrade it to level 3. And from there, it should be able to turn on absolutely everything. Oopsies. Alright, let's check the power line and see how much this just expanded what we've got. Holy shit. So we went from a nice, okay, decent 5,383 to 10,383. Holy hell. Oh my god. It's really funny seeing my, the difference between production and capacity. My original biomass burners fit in that 600 megawatts. That doesn't make sense. They might have burned some fuel while we were dealing with all the other shenanigans. That would make sense since the line was fluctuating so much, but still. All right. Let's do a little test. I want to see how the priority switch works for all of this. So if I turn off all of this, will everything else continue? Yes. Intriguing. Although what's consuming fucking power on the grid when it's off anyways? Huh. This is cool though. I can now see, like, at a glance what the real production capacity is. It's 5,000 just waiting to be turned on, and we're gonna do that. Okay. So obviously we have a little bit of excess, and by a little, obviously I mean a lot. We have doubled our current power usage. Huge, huge, necessary. And because of that, obviously we're technically wasting fuel. This is leading to... I think I'm going to make some power storage. I want some power storage. One, to keep this place online in case things go wrong everywhere else by accident. But then two, I would like it to add to the rest of the line, although I think from one of the videos I watched, it mentioned that power storage only affects the side of the power priority switch it's on. So in this case, it would only affect this. Oh god, owie, owie, no. So we'll make enough to run this place, which I believe should be 400. I'll do a quick actual math check on this. So it is supposed to be burning 30 megawatts. We have 10 of them, so that's 300 megawatts. From the refineries, what about you? You do... Oh, you're overclocked to shit, so yeah. You're... You're burning 134. So this place is burning 434. Which matches when we were looking at the priority switch. The consumption, max consumption, was like sitting there at about that exact number. So we just need 5. We just need 5 power switches to keep this place online. I'm gonna go for... I do have a blueprint for exactly 5. Oh, shit. Okay, wait. I was looking at the wrong thing. This is my 20 power storage. No way. I'm out of wires? I am sad. Now, hold on. I think my polyammer is full. No? Why are you not all running at full capacity? We solved this issue. And yet here we are. Hmm. 200, huh? Why? This is on. This is outputting 600. This is full. This should be 600. Where's the problem? It's like instant. It's fucking instantaneous. What the hell? Is it? Oh, no. You're Mark II. You're still Mark II. No, okay, all right. We've seen the number go beyond 300. It's something else that's the problem. This might be looping situation that I should have just like looped this to keep the flow going. $300, then it gets divided out here. I'm just baffled. This should still equal out, right? Because this is 60 per. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 60 is 300. There should be far more here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. They keep slipping by. These little fucking inch-long dividers that I didn't know were there. Jeez. Okay. Now that should really, truly be good. It's a good thing I had this industrial buffer. At least I got to burn out 1,000 of it. Okay. Let's figure out what I'm gonna do with all the plastic. 30 times 10, 300 polymer. The most efficient thing to create would be more plastic. But I think we'll do rubber here and then like actually have that go somewhere. Or I can do both. I can do fucking rubber and plastic, make the train finally, and have that drop off at a random place. Say, well, at base. Oh yeah, I fucking forgot about this hypertube launcher. That takes a little bit of power too, huh? Let me double check my power in case things trip up. Nope, we're good. Again, we had the nice 1,000 plus fuel to burn. Are these going online? Eh. What's going on with you? Production paused. Oh yeah, they're still off actually. So these were not filling up even with my other shit offline. That's nuts. That little fucking divider really. Whew. I would have been looking at my power line somewhere else. Freaking out. Okay. Fuel's getting to the end. At this point, with half the line offline for most of it, yeah, this is full. This is 2. Very good. All right. Maybe I'll do another loop just to kind of like keep the flow going. Now we'll see how this goes. Most of the time I see people recommend looping downwards, but that's not... okay. I guess I can do this. This is all... on a support, so there is actually space to put another pipeline directly below it all. Let's put it on straight. Oops, oh my god, I didn't realize it was doing the long thing that entire time. Sometimes my brain ignores the whole like yellow overlapping thing, but it also sometimes is warning you of completely different problem. Okay. Oh, actually, hold on. So we gotta go here. Ish. And then I gotta do a valve. Lest this tries to do some funny business. Okay. And then I will add a valve over here too. It's probably a little on the redundant side and not needed, but it's nice to have. This should be like full. This should be 600 fucking filling up constantly. Just like that one. 45? How the fucking hell? Okay, alright. Sorry. I think all of everything was going into here to fill up the 50, and it was just surprising to see that. Wow. These are weird. I think I might actually need to downgrade some of these pipes to Mark 1. Fucking, you do not need 300 a second going into you. I was just being nice. Good lord. Why are these different? It's because I did them differently, but that's okay. I don't think the amount in the pipe gets changed, though it might have been emptied anyways. But alright. Now things will hopefully be a little bit less dramatic. That's full, that's full. That's going at max speed. Good, good. That's what I need to see. It's flowing, it's flowing, it's filling the pipes. What about down here? Now, to be fair, by the time this gets filled up, technically there should be nothing fucking left over. But due to the flow rate of things, that isn't always going to be the case. So I have to accept that this bottom part's gonna fill up. That's the point of it. It's gonna loop backwards into the system. Maybe. And compensate for any little areas that might be messing up. Every time I come to this one, it's like fucking low as shit. Valve. Going that way. Just in case. I was worried maybe it was like trying to backfill this other pipe or something. Because I'm sure there's got to be a little bit of funkiness between here to here. But this is full. And these are occasionally spiking up to like 600 plus. So, I mean, there's oil. There's oil. Let me take a look. This is idle. It's the polymer. Oh, you little devil. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Everything else auto-connected except for that tiny little track. Blueprints. At least I've stayed here relentlessly trying to figure this out. Okay. That should even things out too. The just in time. We're fucking getting to the very edge of this fuel limit. Good Christ. Double checking things here. Okay. At 30 per minute, this all should even out. I think for the meanwhile, we're just gonna do a sync. The big issue is while I could do a million bajillion fucking rubber in plastic, I'd rather do it after getting the train line set up for it to go home. Because I don't think it's reasonable for me to do the truck. Over here, there's too much water. I mean, I can make the road to cross the water, so a moot point. But plastic and rubber is just so much. Like, it fills up so much. Trains are the way to go for this particular thing. So, you know what? I'm making a fucking train station. Let's get this started. I actually don't know if I have the resources to make it. We're gonna find out. One thing I can do, we'll swap some floor things around, give myself a fun little pattern. Oh. Oh, no. I thought I could do... Okay, alright, fine. I will do it by hand. I would like to keep a little bit of this nature here. I like this coral. Alright, this is not a good area to do the design. But maybe here. Sheesh. Game was not happy with that. My freaking frame rate, I felt it drop. It has been open for like 8 to 9 hours at this point, so maybe I should do a little restart. Okay. Train. Oh, the wires. The wires. No. Well, let's see what I can do, I guess. Okay. Getting an idea on things. So we want a refinery, and we want it to be a liquid and solids one. So we finally actually get to use that part again for C. I just need to get water. Water and, you know, move the polymer over. Though that then begs the question, what am I going to do to efficiently use this? So we're getting 300 resin a minute. I can also do this. Conveyor throughput. Get a real estimation on it. I already, I was gonna say, I should already know, but you never know. Sometimes it's a little bit above, sometimes it's a little bit below. So 300 needs to be divided up. Plastic. Plastic is, at least with the water, 60 resin per minute, so that's that's a lot of it. Good golly. Actually, yeah, okay. 60, 40. So if I do 2 of these, that's 120. So what I might do... I could do 4 of these, get 240, and then spend the rest, but then it would be awkwardly uneven. Fuck. 3? 180, and then 120? Which would make 6 refineries being used overall, and a little bit of water. I mean, I guess if I power shard something, then I can have them just have everything in one area. Okay. Yeah, it's either that or I run out of resources. Okay. I will do a quick check on things. So. Oh, hold up a goddamn minute. I have this backwards anyways. Well, okay, so we have, yeah, I have it backwards. I didn't really accommodate for the flipping of it, so that's a little on me. I need it to be like this, so that the polymer comes in through this side, I think. Should come in through here, and then I can have the water come in from this other side. Fuck, hold on. Okay. I had to physically look at this. I'm pretty sure these are splitters, so this should be what I was trying to do. And then I would just water extractor into here, and we'll figure out what we need to do for that otherwise. Okay, so if I do residual plastic, how much can that do at 250? That is 150, so that's half of the fucking polymer resin immediately. If I were to do this, that would be 100 polymer resin, leaving me with just 50. These just kind of even out a little bit more. But the power draw is obviously the scary part. We have so much extra power. What's the point if I don't use it? With that said, we'll take out like... I want this to make sense. Okay. So we'll start off with rubber. And then we'll end off with 2 plastic. Now, how can I make the math work? Alright. Because I don't want to fully... With what we had before, I only really need 2 of these running. Or, well, 3. And then, like, burn the excess 50 out from one of them. But I could instead be like maybe 1 in here. 1 in here. That's 120. 1 in here. That's 180. All right, perfect. Yeah, that works. I think that's a solid compromise. Still have a little bit of power draw increase, but not the exponential 3-in-1. And it should perfectly get all of the polymer out of here. So let me go ahead and connect my line over. If I... go for this... Sometimes when it's like this, I like to have at least a little bit of a buffer around. Technically, I could also just do this. Hey, perfect. 170. Something's not burning. How dare you? Oh, you know what? It filled up. That's what... Okay. Just burn up some of these junk items. Actually, I guess these aren't running. I could just do this. There you go. Okay. There's a little bit of backup in there, so that makes sense. Holy fucking shit. I might need Awesome Sink anyways, just to like empty that out while I still get this working. Okay, Awesome Sink. Burn through some of this. Actually, I will turn you into a Mark III belt. So you don't burn absolutely everything. Okay. Just need water. Water and electricity. Water extractor. Hey, fucker. Guess what you're doing? You gotta go. I'm so sorry. Okay. It's walking off. That is acceptable. If I do, like, glass foundations here. Could I be weird about this? Hold on. I think if I do glass foundations, or just like any kind of foundation, but under the water surface. Okay, well, I guess the glass part of it didn't end up mattering. I'm just curious if I can get it to snap to a grid, and we can now. Alright, how much water is this going to draw? Shouldn't be a lot. 30, 60, 120, 180? So that's like 1 power shard? Yeah, okay. I can also just do 2 water extractors for the first time. Okay, pipelines. Oh, the tragedy. Okay. I just need to put that a little bit further. And maybe I could nudge it down a little bit. That might be good enough. Yeah, whatever. Good enough. Okay. Let's get some power flowing into you. So this is going to be 140 water. I don't need... Oh, I forgot. You were a copy. 60. There we go. Oh, no. Okay. We've got water going into the line. It should be just enough. Let me do the math again. Oh, no power. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Never mind. Let me fucking actually get the power going first. Should be right. 120 plus 60 should be 180. Oh. Right. There's no liquid output. Why are you... Okay, it just probably took a second for the water to fill in. Oh, right. Uh-oh. Well, I forgot these were all going to merge into one line. Smart splitter time. Okay. How am I going to do this? So I think any undefined, and then maybe plastic immediately. Then any undefined, rubber immediately. Then overflow. Overflow. That then raises the question of where is it gonna go? Okay. I like to, when it comes to the watery areas, I like to leave anything that's cool intact, but in this case, we're a little on the desperate side. So we will just go ahead and cover what we can. Anything that's a little bit taller than what we're already building at, I will leave. Okay. So, in the intermittent time, I will let this build up. And any kind of overflow can just merge infinitely until something else happens. I could also maybe set up like an awesome shop or something, but I kind of like this. Minus this one. This one kind of goes a little bit far. I think maybe if I just handcraft it, we should be fine. I could also try it from here, maybe. Sometimes where you start it from makes a big difference. Like to have this curve around and match this. Not a big deal. Whoops, this fucking conveyor pole's still here. Okay. Way more effort than I that actually matters. That's not even overflowing, and it's not going to overflow for a very long time. Hopefully never. But now my glass floor isn't covered up. Okay. What am I going to do now? We have a plastic and rubber thing. I can just walk away and let that go. I said I'd either do a train or a road. What do I need for the train? I just really need wire. Wire and modular frames. We have enough for it, for sure, for the modular frames. I'm just thinking about the fact that I don't have any actually within my inventory. The purple bar of judgment. All right. I said I was going to save these for later. And I originally said I was never going to use them, but goddamn, I mean, look how efficient they are. To their credit, they are my preferred way of travel in terms of like time save. They really are. It is only an issue for like arbitrary, but it feels like an exploit. But I'm playing this game in single player. It's not like I'm fighting anybody, but I'm fighting myself. But okay. Let's get the modular frames. And maybe some coupons. Whew, holy shit. Hell yeah. I mean, hell, I could spend those immediately. What do I still need to get? Oh, steel walls. Not that I'm that excited for it, but like there are a couple of times where I need those. Wall outlets 3. Personal elevators.
Fix-It is not responsible for personal damage, environmental damage, psychological damage, or lowered standards that may result from use of these products. Enjoy your purchase.
You can't purchase the phase parts, right? Yeah, I'm just double checking on this. Because I could buy some computers just to get the railway signaling or other stuff done. Or even, I mean, computers are like one of the bottlenecks of my manufacturer over there. But I'm gonna behave. I will buy an elevator instead. And maybe I'll buy these walkways too. They are potentially useful. Oh, there's also this. Buying the elevator.
Due to Pioneer request and several reported issues with staircases, there is now a more efficient solution. The Fix-It personnel elevator ensures optimal safety by putting a Pioneer in a box controlled by a rudimentary AI, specialized in soothing a straining mind. Exposure to a Fix-It personnel elevator is recommended to be a minimum of 2 minutes per day for optimal gain.
Yay! I don't know when the next time I'll ever use an elevator will be, but like future proofing, we're ready. Get some of these because I'm sure they have been used up. Modular frame, modular frame, modular frame. I probably should have just sucked it up and just like conveyor belted over the rest of the resources of my base into this setup. It could still happen. There's plenty of space to work with here. Let's see. Industrial cased beam. You can have this next one, just so you can keep working a little bit. Cables. The expected. Where the fuck are my screws supposed to go? Oh yeah, actually it was it was over here. There you go. They gave me the other issue, but at least we can do this. God damn. Take your one extra steel beam. Oh, there's a cable we could sort. One slug. These two circuit boards. Golly. Okay. So are we good on everything else now? I can make a train. The freight cars for the train. We can make the train station. The platforms for the station. Okay. The only issue is then, where the fuck am I going to send the resources with nowhere to receive them? I should at least have a couple with me, but at least with this useful hypertube setup, my little run back is pretty good. I really should just have this fucking thing connect all the way to here. But I don't think... Oh, no, I can still delete the rest of the blueprint, even though... Okay. I thought that as soon as you like deleted something from a blueprint, you could no longer do anything to it. But that is clearly not the case. Okay. I sort of fucked up there. We'll redo the hypertube thing. My plan was I was just gonna like keep the cable going. Okay, I think we'll go with that. Because I really don't need to end up here anymore. Oh, there's no like... Okay, interesting. There's no like straight up mode, which is fair considering that this is meant to kind of curve around the world too sometimes. I can delete this. Now, where would I like to end up? The most functional place for me to go would be this floor right here. Need my chainsaw. It's been a while, but I'm back destroying the nature. Okay. I can also get rid of this real quick. And this. We'll make a landing room in here. And then maybe an elevator. What does an elevator even cost? Personal elevator is silica and steel beam. Not bad. Let me get more steel beams while I'm over here. I was kind of worried they would cost, like, I don't know, crystal oscillators or something, but they're actually a really affordable structure. Alright, do this. I don't need to be having all of that on me. But yeah, I think I'll put an elevator here. Elevator. Then elevator floor stop. Now make a little path connecting this floor over to here. Oh, hell yeah, they lined up. I wasn't expecting that. We're not going to go through the chimney. That would be unreasonable. But I could go this way. Maybe I notch this over one more to the left, actually. Elevator. Oh, whoops. So I want the entrance to be here, and then the exit to be here. Nice. Okay. Now from here, I don't have to like walk through the chimney. I can also do something like this. A little bit of a ramp. Okay. I think that'll be enough for now. Functionally, I don't really need it to be more than this. I don't really have anything up here, but I guess I could grab some steel beams and let this run a little bit more. Yeah, that's the goal of this whole elevator thing. Come up here and then descend down into the rest of the rest of this area. Especially since I still want this to be a truck station. This is a little awkward. Got all this coal. My intention was to convert this coal, or just like use all the truck stations with coal, but now we're at fuel, so I guess I'll just take the coal that's building up in here and take it to the mega structure, the main base. Also, obviously I gotta power the elevator, hold on. Yippee! Wow! So much nicer than throwing myself up and down ramps. So kind of them. Okay. Now I still have to make a receiving room. There needs to be a build-up ramp, but then also wall. That's what I could have bought with my coupons. Shoot. There's a hypertube wall hole. I thought I had that. Do I have coupons for that? It's possible. Okay. In the meanwhile, blueprint, hypertube, 10 times launcher. Okay. No. Fuck. Sorry. Okay. I forgot I need an entrance. Entrance. I don't remember what I was doing before. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Well, this is what it would be like to do the hypertube the normal way. Not that bad. Truly. Alright. So we were gathering, I think we were doing stuff for trains. We have the beams, we have the pipes, we got wires, motors or whatever. We have enough for that for sure. Ooh, dokes. I'm heading back. Maybe. Actually, I guess I should make the train station receiving area over here first. Alright. So like I said beforehand, with the trains, they can be a little bit tricky. I don't really want to do any like intersecting loop stuff, at least at this time. So we're going to make 2 train lines overall. One to go that way, one to go that way. The question is then, how do I... We'll just start with the train station first. I'll center it on a foundation at least. Freight platform. Alright, what other resources are worth getting on the other line? Because we're going to do plastic, we're going to do rubber. And then I guess I could do fuel, technically. The packaged fuel. I think I'll just drive that. I think that's more worth it. Now the way that trains work, from what I've heard many a times, so you start off obviously with your electric locomotive. And then I believe one locomotive can efficiently drive 4 freight cars. But in this instance, because I really only have 2 major materials I'm trying to gather, plastic and rubber, I'll do the third one. And fuck it, I'll do the 4th one too. Maybe I will send stuff out to those locations, such as like coal. So we can load stuff here, we can unload stuff here. And then I need to build empty platforms for peace of mind. Alright, something they added in the last, in 1.1, is the buffer stop. Prevents trails from derailing at the end of a railway. While automated driving systems have made buffer stops mostly obsolete, their use is still recommended to mitigate potential human error. So before this existed, you largely could drive all the way to the end of a line, and like it would just come to an abrupt stop. Now, without a buffer stop, you'll go flying off. So we gotta watch out for that. Okay. Ah, damn it. I gotta extend this just a little bit more. Maybe. Maybe without the... Nope, okay. We need actual rails. Screw it. Or concrete. We'll figure out the ground connections eventually. Now, you don't need to make all the empty platforms I'm doing. This is just for myself. I like the empty platforms with catwalks. Okay. So we're gonna do a buffer stop. Maybe. Maybe. The mind's eye, it expands, right? I could have this train go over there and pick up the coal rather than having it be weirdly driven up a ramp. We're gonna have to be weirdly driven around on a train thing, and then this can have 3 different stops. This is where we come to the problem that I didn't really make any train blueprints, so I gotta just do this by hand. Let me go get some more concrete. Concrete. Sorry. I had to reconnect the neurons there manually. Concrete, concrete, concrete. Fuck yeah, concrete. Fucking love concrete. Okay. Yeah, originally I was gonna do 2 trains. I mean, it still might happen, but in terms of the way I was going to do it, I was just going to have this go back and forth between the plastic, rubber, any extra random shit could end up in there. And then I was going to do another train line connecting basically next to it anyways. And then I was going to have that go do the copper or not copper, the coal, the steel. You know, maybe that's still a good idea. There are a lot more resources over there, but the idea that I'm having on it is about the plastic and the rubber, right? There are a lot of resources that need those. So spreading the plastic and rubber throughout the entire world is still a valuable thing. Even if I'm primarily going to use it in this location, if I could say do plastic assemblers over in a whole nother area, that's valuable, right? Okay. Buffer stop. I am just gonna do the one here, and we'll make another train line right next to it. We can afford it. Technically, the secondary train line would be more valuable to me too. Currently, I really need to get the steel and everything else over here. We're swapping the direction. We're swapping the direction. I will expand this. Though we're not immediately going out that way anyways. This is truly absurd. Completely different from what I was intending to do. I've never done this. At least in terms of like the way I usually build my base. Usually the way I build my bases is as we've been so far, just like kind of a compressed super spaghetti mess that somewhat goes up maybe like 2, 3, 4 levels, but like otherwise is relatively compact, all things considered. Like, I think that from here to there is bigger than all of my bases I've ever made combined. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with all this space. It's gonna be interesting. But okay. Let's get train stuff figured out. Now, one awkward thing about train stations is that they are technically one way. You can still go through them. And that might be an incentive for me to make another line here. I've never done a train station that just goes between 2 places and that's it. It's usually looped around through other places. I don't know if it would work going back and forth otherwise. We'll give it the test. We'll see. Because I think one valuable thing eventually for this, rather than doing, because I want to make turbo fuel eventually, and that means compacted coal needs to go out all the way over there. I'm not going to do fuel generators fucking all the way over here. That would be crazy and very inefficient. Though you do have the ability to transport liquids with trains too. So like, maybe I'll try that. I've never done it. All right. Sorry. I'm thinking. Let's get my train situation figured out. So we're gonna do this. Then our freight platforms go out this way. What I might have to do, if I'm only doing like 2 stations at a time, I might have to make a loop within that train line. Hold on. Well, this is where I'm gonna need to buy those fucking computers, I think. But we don't have the coupons. Because I'm thinking I might actually have to do a little bit of intersecting, even though I said I wasn't going to. But I don't know if this is gonna work otherwise. Oh boy! All right. Railway. Okay. If I have this come out here and loop out this way, I think regardless of how many destinations this needs to go to, I can make this work. Though I don't want this to be fucking... Why are you doing that? I want it to be straight. Straight on the path here. Okay. I'll have to do this. Line up this. Oops. Okay. Now I can do this. Or try to. Ugh. Okay. Okay, whatever. It's gonna be a little slanted. It is what it is. But I can do this. And now we'll see what ends up happening on the other side. It's all gonna be one big old fucking fist. Whee! No power. Okay. I am not going to be doing a like concrete grid all the way out there. I guess it's time to see how good my past blueprints are for this. Roads and tunnels. Where the fuck were you? Okay, roads and tubes. I do have a couple of train station ones. It is these two tunnels. Two tunnel design with all the steel components removed, including glass roof. Which one am I gonna use? This is the first iteration of this? Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. And then there were the other versions. Oh, interesting. Never mind. I was like, ooh, hey, it's finding things with rails in them. No, I just titled railways in this other test thing. As you can see. I mean, technically, this would be fine. Rather than doing the intersecting line and hoping for the best, I could just have these connect. Well. Okay. Let me make a hot bar of fucking railway stuff. Junk. Now what did I do between these? This is far more expensive. What the fuck? Hold up. Okay, it's silica. Oh wait, no, it's aluminum. Oh, I can't do that one. Ooh, okay. I can't do one just yet. Round tunnel design, but connected side by side. The two middle ramps are removed to provide a platform and view on the other side. And then this was when I was testing auto connecting. I don't know if I ever successfully did it. Oh, what the? Whoa. Whoa. I had fucking ambitions. I never fucking placed this down, but I clearly wanted to. Oh my god. Okay. I think the aluminum in this blueprint are the conveyor belts. And then obviously we have this hyper tube. I do like the idea of having a hyper tube in the tunnels that we make. But okay, let's try one of these other ones. Test C. Hold on. Test C. Okay. What does this look like? No. I've got these dumb patterns on here. These patterns are because I was confused about what fucking side was what in the in the ways that things were going to connect. So this has to go. This is, yeah. But I was trying to see, hey, how does this auto connect work? Because you can see that this one's a little bit shorter on one side. And then I think I realized eventually that you might as well just have it equal. It just depends on where it's all gonna be. Ugh, it really doesn't like you deleting blueprints. All right, let's do tunnels, 2 tunnels. What does this have in it? This one doesn't have a railway. But I don't think I really have any of those except for the other ones. You've been playing for 10 hours. Fixer would like to remind you that while resting is not... Yeah. Fatigue is frowned upon. That's okay. I'm good right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make all of this. I think with, holy Jesus. I think I'll just do the light version for most of it. It will be a little awkward on the outside, but I just don't have the resources to, at least on me, to spam all that stuff all the way across the map. Okay. Give me all the concrete. I don't even think that's gonna be enough fully, but we'll see. Okay. Let me get on my blueprints for tunnels. And then I will bind them to the hotkey if it will let me. It won't. Fine. I'll do it the hard way. You gotta just go do it manually. Roads and tubes. Okay. You've got round tunnel with steel roof. Needs a bunch of plates and steel beams. The plates are what I'm lacking on. Two tunnels designed but opened up way up. I think I'll do 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll see how this plays out. So, what is super light? Oh, without the little middle divider. Got you. Yeah, I might get rid of that. It is the idea of it is fine. Oh no, there was stuff in there. Uh-oh. Oh well. The idea of it's fine. I love the idea of like a raised middle platform. But it's better for me to just have space to do other stuff. Whether it's a road in the middle. Tubes, conveyors. All right. Round tunnel with steel roof. Now, how am I going to deal with the problem that is, going over to my other base? I also didn't mark my base. Hold on. It should be this over here. Pure oil power plant. Power plant. Plastic rubber. Apply. Okay. So we gotta go that way. I do not have a curve thing for this. I tried, but I didn't do it with blueprints. But I've tried a couple of times to use this damn tunnel. And unfortunately, it is just gonna turn into, we're gonna make abrupt fucking 90-degree turns. Oh yeah, I don't have the... I forgot about that. I don't have the recipes for this. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me go fix that. Let me mark this as complete whilst I do this. Too far, too far, too far. The brain. It's lost where we were. Why the hell am I over here? We were in the tunnel. Ah. I want to upgrade the tunnel with other parts. And that means getting my coupons. Buying the extra ramps if possible. Okay. It would be under foundations, quarter pipes pack.
Where would we be without foundations? Probably a bit lower.
You speak such incredible insight, Ada. Only the true. Give me this. Thank you. Alright. Let's see what we can do with the new foundation pieces. Quarter pipes. We're gonna do no filter. I do have asphalt, which is the same cost as regular concrete and would do a lot of what we need. Alright, this is where I don't really know how to actually make this like connect. Outer corner quarter pipe, inner corner quarter pipe. Where are like big pipes? Not quarter pipes, but like half pipes. Yeah, corners are a nightmare. Oh, nope. Not what I need. Okay, so this is an outer quarter pipe. If I do an inverted quarter pipe, nope, not the one. How about inverted inner corner quarter pipe? Ugh, wordy. Nope, that's massive, not what I need. This one? There we go. Okay. That kind of works. Nice. Okay. Apologize to the claustrophobic. We're sealing this bitch up. Sort of. I don't know. I've experimented with trying to have like a little bit of tunnels with like a little bit of lighting. And obviously I have some designs where it's like it's open to the sky via like a glass roof. So we'll see what I end up doing. Because I could be like this. Occasional bursts of light. I'm not opposed to it. Oh god. Outer corner quarter pipe. And then I need maybe inner corner quarter pipe. Yeah, that's the one. Did it say I made two? How dare you? Okay, inverted inner corner quarter pipe. Okay. Now the only issue is I need to do more tunnels like this. So actually I'm gonna have to delete this. This part at least. This part can go away. This part can go away until we get this figured out. 5. I think that's good. Okay. Excuse me, dismantle. Thank you. Things should go a little bit smoother now that I at least know what the fuck I'm doing about these corners. I think past me tried and gave up. Just like immediately like, nah, we're doing the 90-degree wall turn. But now I know. Inner, outer, inner, outer. How does it look with asphalt instead? Oh, well, it didn't go down. That's fine. I guess this did go a little bit too far out, so I'm gonna have to be careful with my train placements on this. That's okay. Just ignore the giant fucking mountain that is in the way. Part of me is tempted to go and fuck with this blueprint a little bit, just so I can have the corners more readily available, but this is already a blueprint that, like, I made so long ago that, like, I would just redo the entire thing from scratch. So I'd be there for a while. But I think we're gonna be fine to go, like, very straight. Never mind. Right. There's terrain to worry about. Shit. Well, ramps. Trains can only go up a 2-meter slope. So we gotta take our sweet fucking time with this one. Hold on, I gotta chop this tree down. Thank you. Now the question's gonna be, will I conveyor belt up all my stuff? Or will I try to get the train to go all the way back down? I'm kind of leaning to... Does that work? Oh no. Actually, that might be fine. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Though I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do about this upwards. I don't think there's a slanted version of this at all. This is just the portion of the train ride where it's open to the sky. Whatever. Hold on, I gotta test something. Railway. Can a train even fucking fit in here? Okay, it can. I wasn't really fully sure. Thank God. Can you imagine if I did this entire thing and then I had to just, like, destroy the entire roof? That would suck. Alright, thankfully from here on... Oh God. I was going to say, thankfully from here on out, I just need to run forward and spam my concrete. But, we burned through it so quickly. Oh, that's fun. Now, the thing to remember is I'm not really going to be riding this train myself. Which is why this is very function over aesthetics, because I technically do not need. There we go. I technically do not need to worry about that much. How does this work? Can I run a train that close? Okay. It's gonna have to just turn out like this. I don't know if we'll have enough steel beam and steel pipes on us for the whole trip. We'll worry about the concrete more. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these modular frames, but we do need them. Leaves. I can get rid of the one explosive. It's been eating up a slot. I'm not even using it. Plates. Okay. Trains. It's impressive how short train rails have to be, considering how far you're probably usually going to send this damn thing. Oh God, right. Train rails really suck to set up on a, Oh wow, this got curved really hardcore. Train rails really don't like to be set up on ramps. Okay. And it's not going to be perfectly straight. But the good news about the railways is if they connect, they work. Yeah, fuck it. Over the over the arrows. I didn't start that way. I'm using it as my guiding line now. Whee! Double Checking. Everything's good. Okay. I want to see the waterfall. Yeah. If I do ride the train, or if I go through, like, I don't know, a hyper tube or something up here, this would be worth it. I think if I did like the 16 or higher hyper tube launcher, it'd be worth going through this. It wouldn't be that slow. Not exactly straight path, but if you're fast enough, it doesn't matter. Okay. This is where we got to start pivoting a little bit. How am I gonna go about this? Because I also have a plastic thing over here too. And obviously we have plastic and rubber going into a sink over in this area. So then that becomes a question of just how am I gonna go about. Do I send them all to one spot with a truck, or do I just send a long-ass conveyor line across the water and connect them up anyways? I might do that, honestly. So that way it's all going to one area. Oh, we're like going over the oil here. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's... yeah, we'll do the turn here. I think this should be fine. I just gotta like fuck around this corner. A little smidge. And then obviously we get rid of all this. And this. Bit of inverted pipe action. Foundation time. Okay. Think that's a problem. If I connect the pipe directly to what it's supposed to be, it kind of fucking doesn't match up, huh? Ruh-roh. Okay, this is a solvable issue. It's just going to require finagling. Okay. dokes. I don't know about this one. We're gonna find out. Can these connect? We need outer. I can make it. I can make this work, maybe? No. That's fine, whatever. It's a weird inner corner. I'd rather a weird inner corner than everything else that was going on there. I don't remember what this one was. Okay, it was outer. Inverted outer. Shit. Okay. That works. Let's do a pattern removal here. I don't need those ones. Technically, that one either. Inverted inner quarter. Alright. The only real issue with me trying to, like, use conveyor lifts and stuff, it just wouldn't reach that high. So I think I am going to have to, like, make this descend, which sucks. Okay, here we go. Also, on a weird note, I thought double ramps the entire time were like literally ramps, like doubled and side by side, but they're actually like a slightly different ramp just in general. They're like sloped weirdly, differently, nicely. They don't have like the the triangle kind of completion to them. It's really just like the top part of the ramp itself without the bottom corner. So like there's probably some use in that, but for now, let's see how this is gonna go. Okay. If I go from here, usually if you just line up the ramps, it does that. I need to cut this up. Because the ramp would take me into the base and through the base if I were to follow it all the way through, which I'm not going to be doing regardless. I want this thing to kind of end off above the station. But if I could get it to be more like there-ish, I could genuinely just make the station on the ground. Don't look at the roof. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to accept it from this. Because I really don't want to cut off this part after everything we just did to get it connected anyways. I do have a blueprint for a ramp, but I think it's bigger than what we're doing here. Let's find out. 2x2 concrete ramp. It is, yeah. It is smaller than what we're working with, though it can still be helpful. Hold on. It's just a little bit weird to connect it. But with enough nudges, I think I can make it work. Okay. Now, can I blueprint connect it downwards, or is it going to be a fucking pain in the ass every single time? It's going to be a pain in the ass every single time. No, that sucks. That could have at least cut down the majority of... I could just build the big part of the ramp and then just zooped this down. But this will literally be faster, I think, than trying to, like, fucking line that thing up every single time. I think what I would have to do for that is make multiple blueprints. That are basically the exact same, but like differently shaped with, or differently oriented within the blueprint designer itself. Which might not be too hard. You can copy and paste blueprints into the blueprint designer and then save those, but I've only done it a couple times. There was kind of I had a weird bug where I would do it, I'd put a blueprint into the blueprint designer to try to like have it added to something, and then it wouldn't save the items. So I was like, oh, it just isn't allowed to do that, fine. And then I moved to a different blueprint designer, and it worked. Blew my fucking mind. It's like, oh shit, what do I... But why? Okay, yeah, like I said, this is, if I try to go all the way down, it goes straight into our base here, unfortunately. We'll see what happens here, I guess. That connect right? Okay, good. That's what I wanted to be able to do with the ramp here. So we'll have the train come down here. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. It's gonna have to be a weird little train coming down here. Maybe the loop will be like train station ends off here. and then goes back up. Hey, get out of my hyper tube. I don't want you to get launched by accident, buddy. Speaking of which, though, I do need to go back to my base for more fucking concrete. Woohoo! Whoa! I wasn't expecting to keep that much momentum. Some people like set up capture walls, which is a cool idea. It's just like a bunch of zip lines or a bunch of power towers all connecting like across a big gap. So if you launch yourself and then right click, you'll just hook onto one of them and stop yourself without having to like try as hard. And that idea is a little neat. But I've usually gotten away with just spamming the jetpack, and if I miss my target, I miss my target. Waterfall! We'll see. Ow. Oh, I wish I could make these more aligned. But this thing doesn't want to like nudge. You can't like change its build mode to like straight. I can try and get it. Looks like there's a small part of this ramp set up that's helping me out. For some reason, something about this part is... the ramp doesn't want to touch that if I mouse it the right way. Okay, then from here, let's figure out the train situation. Oops, sorry, wrong station. Train station. Might need to do one more of these, although I don't want to intersect with my refineries if I can avoid it. Okay, train station. I think I gotta have it more like up here. We'll see. I need this to like be able to turn smoothly. might need to just have this end a little bit sooner. Okay. How am I going to go about this? I probably will do this. Oh boy. Okay, that's 4. If I had been like just 2 above this, 2 meters above it, I wouldn't have to do this intersecting stuff. I don't even know if I can build a railway past this. That might be the real problem. Okay, we can make this work. It won't look as pretty. But I'm not undoing all of this just for little tiny poles to interrupt us. Oh, I saw the yellow power slug like particles before I saw the slug itself, and I was like, hold on, fuck a second. Yeah, I thought it was under here, but it's more in the forest. Okay. Now for the awkward part of trying to figure this out from up top. I kind of have to go all the way back and do the railing from the other side, so that I can get them to line up a bit nicely. So let me head back. Oh, I right-clicked, thinking that it was going to toggle this on, but it just fucking spun and then didn't do it. I'm making a conscious note. From now on, it's got to be like this for it to auto-connect. My mouse is being weird sometimes, so I'm going to chalk it up to that. Anything with like right clicking is really bizarre at the moment for me. It will like double right click. So if I'm trying to toggle my scope in like a shooter or something, it'll like repeatedly spaz out instead. It'll be like this. And so rather than scoping in, I'm just kind of like flinching my gun at things. Just finally ran out of modular frames. I probably shouldn't do that. Hold on. we need this. What is this? This was cables. You can have these 69 cables. How are the copper sheets? I mean, I don't think I have any on me, so I'll take that. Cables are surprisingly, these fill up so quickly. Every time I come over here. I really should add like an industrial storage on the top of it. How are my cables overall? I could do a little upload of them. Anything else within these blueprints I might need? Ooh, we're out of regular plates. Problem solved. Hey, bud. Oh, thank you. Those are useful to me, considering I keep putting them off. Alright, now to go do what we came here for. See if I can get the railings going on this railway. Steel pipes and steel beams. I think we'll be okay. We use surprisingly little material. Hold on, let me do this. I think we'll have a better time like that. This is where I wish I had the crystal oscillators. I think filling this cave up with a bunch of lights would be really useful. Or not really cave, but let's see. Wow. That is so nice. I'll leave this one here. I think I'm gonna have to murder another tree. Ugh. What the fuck? I didn't get... No, hold up. I didn't know you were gonna be like that. Oh. It's ever so slightly off on the rampage. Didn't realize. That's okay. They connect anyways. Good luck, good lordy. Really? That's okay. It's not perfect, but as long as it makes the damn corner, that's all I care about. Yeah, when I started working and I was like, wanting to make this whole train thing, it really was supposed to just be like one rail back and forth. I do think it's possible to do it. I'm fairly certain my first train is on a singular railing and I never expanded that particular one because of it. But it also had 3 destinations, so what ended up happening was my train line was like this. One destination at the end, a destination in the middle that then outputted that way and kept going to there. And so what it would happen is it would come from the middle base, go to the right, and then from that right one, it was intending to go to this left one, then it would loop from there back to here. I don't know if it works without the middleman. And that's why we're doing this. Really? Okay, if you say so. What the? Oh yeah, that works, huh? Okay, sure. I'm gonna expand out a little bit. Clearly this is having some issue. I wish I had the kind of mind to be like, 'cause some people go, oh, just think of it like this, and then you like click forward a couple of times. This one you go out 2, and then you can rotate it slightly like this and get a perfect 90-degree or 45-degree curve or whatever. I just freeball it. Though sometimes, you know, sometimes little kernels of knowledge will stick in. Alright. This needs to be this is a loading base. We're gonna go ahead and rename this station. Okay, this is plastic and rubber train station. It doesn't need to be all that. Station 2. I had more dramatic names in my first one, but I don't know. Beforehand it was like... I named the oil base something like... Grand Abyss, but it wasn't that. It was just something similar, something involving like darkness, like evoke the feeling of the oil. I just don't know what the, yep, there you go. I don't know what the character limit is, and now I've reached it. All right. No. We'll do number 2. There. Train. Pure origin. Train 1. Now, it's not powered up, so can't really do anything with this, but I'm just taking a look at the time stations and timetables. Okay. Let's get this hooked up. And see if it works. Obviously, we have no items here, but I don't need there to be items to have the train move between the place. Okay. Let's get this powered up. It is my intention to eventually like delete this. I want this to be a little bit more like an actual set of buildings. But in the meanwhile... Okay. One train station on. Holy shit. What's going on with my power? We are spiking and losing 1,000 of it over and over again. That's probably at the first oil area. I'll check that out. Maybe I used too much fuel for one of those generators. Maybe. It could also have been weird because I did plug this train up and that caused the fluctuation. Why? Weird. What the fuck? I don't know if the train is, it feels like it. The train, hooking up the train and unhooking it caused some kind of fluctuation. It might just be weird coincidence. Okay, so let's get this sorted. Hold on. Just testing if it works. We got power. To the trains, we are able to do backwards motions as well, although I think you actually can go backwards regardless. I don't know. I just always like having the two of them. Feels better. Okay. So let's turn on self-driving and give it a timetable. Locomotive should stay at the station until one load unload has been completed. Or wait for 15 seconds. We're gonna say unload plastic, unload rubber. And then load only will be at the other places. I don't know what we're gonna do overall. Obviously, I have 4 fucking freight cars. I think, yeah, we were supposed to do coal to the power plant. Compacted coal. We'll do compacted coal. And what else? What else needs to go to a turbo fuel creation plant? I don't think too much. I guess we'll figure it out. Maybe something will be created at a later point. All right. Hold on, I've got a phone call. Turn that off. Okay. So, what is the issue here? Save changes. We're good. We're good. Okay. Okay. Am I able to access all my stuff from here? No. Yeah, that's the worry I had a long bit back. But this is one of the few things that we can actually hop into whenever it hops by, and then ride it around. But the only thing I can look at while the train is moving is the timetable. And I can't look at recipes, I can't look at the inventory. Can't... Oh, okay, I can look at the map. Yay. Now, one thing that's a little awkward about being in tunnels is, you either get, like, really cramped view, or, this is the first time this is happening. You just view from outside. Whee! Alright. Whilst I am doing this, we're gonna hop out here and figure things out. Okay, can't I can't access these while it's trying to use them. Ooh. Ominous. I didn't remember that the train light's that red. Jesus. Bye-bye, train. I think with the loop and with railway signaling, which obviously I don't have just yet, but I think with a loop, it is possible for me to have 2 trains running on this, so that the throughput of items is better if I'm actually using all of them. But since I'm not, we're not going to worry about that just yet. But it's on my mind on what I could do. Okay, so this is a loading place. I'm gonna have to remember which order things are going a little bit. Not as much now that this is just a nice loop. But if you're doing like a one-way back and forth, it can be a little bit awkward. Actually, I mean, either way can be a little bit awkward. Because if you set up like, oh yeah, this one's plastic, and I like color it, you know, appropriately. I've had it where it's like, I did that, I try to keep it the same way, and then I've got the wrong shit unloading into a different place. So you gotta really like plan that out. Let's see, I'm thinking about how this, because, yeah, okay, so it's not gonna change directions, so it should be fine. Just be like, yep, this one's plastic, this one's rubber. Plastic, rubber. This one can be the coal. I wonder if there's sulfur around here. So far, no. Oh, hell. Alright, this one would be unload. Okay, that's just, those are the ones we know about. You do get a sulfur vein way over here. Was it good? Oh, that's a pure one. That's worth marking. Okay. Sulfur. Pure. Super yellow. We'll do far. Remind me that there's sulfur all the way out there. That's pretty decent. 2,000 meters. All right. And then this, who fucking knows what I'm gonna do. It's just nice to have the extra option. I should have ridden the train, but I also technically should maybe start actually getting this set up. We need the plastic and rubber to enter here. I think this is the place. Oops. Industrial storage. Oh, okay. We'll do it here. Where I'm used to. I have too many things that use industrial storage now, so it's a little awkward. So I need to do this. Plastic and rubber goes in. Compacted coal comes out. Don't know what we're doing with this. But now I know why the industrial storages are the way they are. They're intended for the train lines. They finally have something that matches up. Okay. What am I going to do to connect all this? Oh, this is a little awkward. I mean, it would still go through. Yeah, we'll probably just do a bunch of conveyor belts. Conveyor lifts, that is. Okay. Where is my plastic and rubber going anyways? Here we go. Plastic is going into there. The rubber is going into here. We're not going to do anything too fancy. We're just going to fucking set up some inputs. Okay, this is where I need to actually color my everything a lot more. It would be helpful. Okay. In terms of convenience, it actually might be better for me to do rubber first. That is okay. Now we could be a little menace and have the storage container, you know, we could send one out, send it up, and then they match perfectly. I don't think we necessarily need to do that. At least not at this time. All right, let's paint this the appropriate color. So it's going to be rubber first. Plastic second. Now we can see this actually load something up. Yay! Hell yeah. They were making real progress. All right. Whilst I remember, I'm gonna color these lines. Whee! I guess I can always do this. I talked about like wishing there were passenger cars on these, but I guess you could just ride on the back. That will let you access your inventory and everything while not having to worry about too much. I just get super scared about riding on top of moving vehicles in video games. Very specifically video games. Though I guess the amount of things I've ridden while moving without like being strapped in is very low in the real world too. But I remember growing up, trying to fucking jump on vehicles in a video game and glitching through it or getting flung off, or worse, like Halo 1, instantly dying because you touched a moving vehicle that was barely moving at all. Okay. Oh, I should get the fuck out of the way. About to get crushed by these things. I'm pretty sure you can genuinely die by getting crushed by this stuff. Although I don't know about here. I think I've died while riding on the back of trains like this. Okay. This will be very interesting. They do track how many items per minute you get. So you can kind of see what the efficiency is on some of this stuff. And that's why maybe having like another train would be very useful. Because the items per minute, not as worth it if you're not doing a lot. I don't remember what we were doing though. Not what we were doing overall, but I don't remember what we were outputting. I should have named the base with that. Well, at least now that I have this, we have one of the things I'm used to doing as well, which is just bunny hopping around. It's pretty fast too. I mean, like, I think with conveyors and with certain jetpacks, you could probably go like super duper fast.